Hello, Kizomba enthusiasts, and welcome back to another episode of Kizomba Conversations. As always, I'm your host, Victor, and today we are joined by another super guest. We are joined by Katty, all the way from Paris, France. Katty loves to dance, and she's also a Kizomba events organizer. So, hello, Katty. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Fine.
You fine?
Yeah, yes, always. I do my
Fa-
best.
Fantastic, fantastic. We love you doing your best. And thank you very much for being with us today, Katty. Now, I know that you've been doing Kizomba for a number of years, and I know that you're a very, very busy lady organizing events over there in Paris. So we're going to get into all that conversation and talk to you about your love for Kizomba as well. Is that going to be okay with you?
Everything is always okay with me.
I love the answer. Everything is always okay. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So you've probably seen some of the episodes before, so you know how we start off on the podcast. So what we want to do, Katty, is find out a little bit about who you are. So, this is always before Kizomba. So give us an insight into who is Katty.
So, who I am Katty Shafa. I am from Paris. My second name is also Katty Yasmin Shafa. I live in Paris since I was born, so I didn't move even out of traveling and discover the world. So I have 45 years old. I have two sons, like men. They have 20 and 23 years old. So yeah, men. They don't dance. They don't dance. I try to learn them, but they don't dance. Kizomba. Um, I am someone who loves traveling, love family, friends, and I am office manager by myself on freelance. So I have several customers and I work at home and everywhere. Um, I am someone organized, optimist, full of joy, of energy, and I cannot live my life without music. And dance. Music first and then dance, of course.
Fantastic. That's great. I love the energy. I love the energy. So your sons, you have two of them, men, you said.
Yeah.
So you tried to get them into Kizomba. What happened? They just not having it? Are they just too like no, not me?
They don't feel the music. They are more like their father, more on the sport. They practice a lot of sport. They work on the sport. But dance. I try to show them to put the music on the car, to show them some video. Um, During my first event, I bring them to show them how I organize. It was the concert of Eduardo Pain, so it was a big thing. But nothing. No. No.
Okay, well we all love our different things. Everybody's got their different things, so that's cool. Well,
This.
that's no problem. Okay, cool. Well, listen, Katty, thank you for sharing that with us in terms of your background a little bit, so we get an insight into who you are. So let's move things on to Kizomba then, and talk to us about this wonderful dance that we all love. Take us back to the beginning, please. How did you discover Kizomba?
So, first of all, I am a Cuban salsa lover. So before I discovered Kizomba, I was dancing because today it's less than before, of course, but I was dancing salsa during 10 years. And in Paris, we have a lot of choice to dance, a lot of party. Me, I dance Cuban. So one day I went to a party and they decided to organize differently. Like they play salsa, a little bit of bachata, and a little bit of kizomba. So I discovered music like this, like kizomba. Now I know that it was not proper kizomba. It was ghetto zouk. But when I listen it, as I like zouk, I like this kind of beat, I was, okay, it's interesting. I want to discover more. So I was also again dancing salsa, but in my head it was something like, I want to know where it comes from because it's look like Zouk, but they speak, it's not Creole like Antilles. It's different. So I needed to learn more about it. And it was the beginning of beginning.
So, like so many people, you came from salsa, so Cuban salsa. I always call Cuban salsa real salsa. So you came from that, okay, and then you said that you learned. Well, you found Kizomba and you heard it, and it's interesting what you said because you said it was ghetto zouk, and I think a lot of people they start off that way. They think it's Kizomba, but it's actually ghetto zouk that what gets them first, right? and then you go into Kizomba and everything like that. So that's amazing. So okay, and then how long have you been dancing Kizomba now for then, Katty?
Kizomba, it's like maybe 13 or 14 years.
13 or 14 years.
13 years because I start to organize, because as I dance salsa and I fell in love for salsa, I decided to organize two Cuban salsa party. And then I decided to organize Kizomba party, but 1 year after I discovered it. So it's more or less, I dance Kizomba like 13 years.
Okay, it's a long time, roughly about the same time as me, roughly almost. And we just love it, right? So, okay, so then dancing salsa, you get into Kizomba and you love Kizomba, you love dancing it, been doing it a long time. So then at what point, if you take us back to, at what point did you go from dancing to, wanting to organize events? How did that happen?
The fact is, when I discovered this kind of music, like ghetto zouk, I decided I'm someone like passionate. I cannot do things by half. So I needed to discover and discover. So I say, okay, I have to discover and to dance everywhere to see what's happened with this music. And I realized most of the time is what ghetto zouk. But as I come from salsa, I like your music with more instruments, um, more sometimes more energy, more. I needed to feel something, so I said, okay, ghetto zouk is nice, but I am sure there is something else. And I travel like everywhere in Europe with my car, in Belgium, in London, in the south of France, it's Luxembourg, everywhere. And I was searching a proper Kizomba party because in Paris, when I went out to dance, it was most of the time ghetto zouk. So it was nice, but a little bit boring for me. It's just my taste.
Mhm.
I said, okay. And finally, I did it 1 year. I traveled like everywhere in Europe to discover, and I really discovered people like me who love the proper Kizomba. It was small event, more familial, more, but real Kizomba and some ghetto zouk and etc. etc. I discovered so much people that they told me, okay, girl, you come from Paris. Yes. Okay, you are here, we are 20. But in Paris, if you organize, you will have a lot of people. I said, I was not sure because I come from Salsa. I am a woman. I am not from the Palop community. And I say, yes, I can organize, but I will not have anybody. And during all this year, all those people told me, if you organize, we will come. I said, if I have to believe you, I take a big risk. But finally, during this year, I discovered DJs and discovered everything. And I met someone who talked about a venue. I said, okay, so I have found during this year people who want to join my event. I have found 3 DJ that make me fall in love for Kizomba, proper Kizomba. The first DJ was DJ Spunky. It was in a festival in Paris. I went to this festival because there were a salsa room and Kizomba room and traditional room. I said, okay, let's see. And it was the first time that I realized that I really wanted to organize because I went to the Kizomba room, but it was only ghetto zouk. And then I entered in the smaller room. Like I didn't, I don't remember. I don't remember how I found this room because it was really far from the other rooms and like small. And then as soon as I opened the door, I heard this song. It was Matias Damasio.
Of
Eh,
course.
It's like I was crying. You will say I'm crazy, but I am crazy. So it's I
That's
was
okay.
crazy. I said, what is this? And I ran to go to the DJ. I said, what is this music? What is this music? He told me it's Kizomba. I said, no, it's not Kizomba. Kizomba is on the other room. He told me, no, the other one is Gerozu. I said, no, it's 1 year. I'm traveling and here it's here he told me it's Kizomba. And now I realized that I had something to do first for myself because I really wanted to dance on this music in my city. We had before few events, but for me it was not enough and it was not like I wanted. So I say, okay, I have those 3 DJ, I have some people from abroad, and finally someone suggests me a venue. So I say, okay, it was in November 2014, and I organized my first event in February 2015.
Lovely.
So 3 months, like 4 months to organize.
Yeah, yeah. So, Katty, that's amazing. So, do you think, right? Do you think that if those people had not said that to you, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now? Is that the case?
All those people that I met, for sure,
Yeah,
give me the courage to do it.
yeah,
Because even if when you want to do something, you can do it, but as a lot of people say, you can walk alone, but you can walk faster together. So yes, I felt this real support
yeah.
because all the event that I went with my car like a crazy woman, it was very small event, but
Mhm.
it was really passionate people.
Yes.
So when they told me that they wanted to come, they will support. Inside of me, I was sure that they like really sure that they will
Yeah.
come.
No, that's a great story, and good for them as well. And are they still coming to your events now?
Yes, yes,
Good.
yes. Less than before, less than 10 years ago,
Yeah.
because everybody has now their event, they
Yes.
organize, they became teacher or organizer. So, but most of people that start to come to back to basic at the beginning, they are always there.
Yeah.
The,
And
the
that's
basic as there.
yeah, the basic is there. I love that. Okay. Well, that goes into nicely the next question I want to ask you. Let's move into that nicely. So we talk about back to basics then. All right. So you are the event organizer for Back to Basics. So great festival that happens in France yearly. So talk to us about the origins of that event. How did it become Back to Basics? And also, why the name Back to Basics? Let us know about the history behind that.
Yeah. The first party that I organized, the name was not Back to Basic Kizomba. The first was Lukura.
Mhm,
Lukura, who means the craziness. I can talk a lot about all these steps of Back to Basic.
mhm,
The first party was Lukura. So when I organized in February, and when all people came from abroad, it was Lukura. It was in the Viry-Châtillon. I had like more or less 400 people from abroad
mhm,
and like 80% of people from abroad, like 20% from Paris.
mhm,
It was unbelievable. And as soon as I did this party and it was like a success, I lost money because I bring a good venue. It was an investment for me, a challenge. And I bring 3 DJ from abroad because how I thought it was that what can I bring in the Kizomba scene in Paris? I didn't want to book DJ that already play in Paris. I didn't want to book teachers. I wanted to bring something different. So the first Logora, I bring Rikita Alta from
Ah,
London.
yes, we know the guitar. Of course.
Yes, I love, before dancing in Lisbon, I loved the dancing in London. The dance floor in London was amazing. And I bring Tekash from Kizomba.fr because he was the main actor of Samba scene in Paris.
Mhm,
And then of course I bring the DJ from Lisbon, DJ Sabura, DJ Spunky from France, and DJ Pat from London to represent the 3 countries that make me fall in love for Kizomba: France, Lisbon, and London and UK.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a great way of doing that.
There is a
Yeah.
sense of everything. And the fact is that when I organized this, I organized another one of September of the same year. And I decided to do more. I bring Eduardo Paine to do a concert in Paris, but
Mhm,
it's another point. So
mhm,
as soon as I organized those parties, someone contacted me, like DJ Shad. I don't know if you know DJ Shad. And he is one of the main organizers since the beginning of the Kizomba in France. He had the place, the name was Park Football, and he organized since a long time Kizomba. So he called me and said, okay, Katty, I saw what you did, and I want to bring more proper Kizomba in the Park Football. So what do you think about doing something together?
Mhm.
And he had a party we called Authentic Kizomba. He said, okay, let's do again Authentic Kizomba with you. I say, authentic for me, it's not the good words. So maybe we can talk about, and we talk and we talk. And I say, okay, we can talk about how we can back to the original music, how we can back to the original dance. And say, okay, back to quoi? Back to basic.
Mm.
And back to basic Kizomba. We had Kizomba because in Paris we have a lot of party very famous of hip hop, R&B, and they call back to basic. So back to basic Kizomba born with DJ Shad in the park football.
Wow. Wow. Great insights there. That's great. Kathy, I'm just thinking, so lots has happened in terms of you being,
I don't have to say because
yeah.
it's like the name of my association. When I decided to organize, no, first I not decided to organize. I decided to create a page on Facebook.
Yes.
So first for me, it's always first for me
Mhm.
to organize something on Facebook. The name is Crédit Rétro Mobile. Because when I met all those people, I said, okay, I have to share those events that I went to people who love this kind of music. So I decided to create a page one day was a country, like one day was Mozambique, one day was Sao Tome, another one Cape Verde, another one Angola. And every day I put song, I put special artists and special party in Europe
Mhm.
about this music. So it was really for me to educate myself,
Okay.
to learn about the culture.
Yes.
And finally, a lot of people came in this page. And just to say the name of Crazy Retromobile to explain, is
Yes,
during
please.
1 year when I was traveling to dance all around Europe,
Mhm.
people thought that I was crazy because why? You took your car and you come here in Leuven, the party of Sonja, Kizomba. Like, okay, but how do you know this party? I said, I was searching. Okay, so you are crazy. And you like the old music, so you are a little bit retro.
Yeah.
And finally, you are always with your car. You are very mobile.
Yes.
So I say, okay, crazy, retromobile. It was the beginning of the end.
Uh, I love the way everything is just fitting in, and then you're making
Yeah,
names for things and put them
yeah.
together. It's good because they have meaning, and that's amazing. That's fantastic. So, Katty, this is great, and obviously you got a lot of energy. You're busy. You're doing all these things, especially with these events. So, what were some of the challenges that you faced when you were putting the events together? Anything that you can tell us about in terms of challenges for you?
The challenge you mean the difficulties that I met?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
At the beginning, the first one was definitely during 1 year, not about, I remind that I already organized salsa party. So I knew a little bit like how to find a venue, how to calculate everything, to budget, to everything. The main problem for me was more emotionally, like some people didn't like the fact that I appear like nobody in the house. Like, who are you? You did it. You did it well. We were there. You are not Angolan. You are not Portuguese. You are not Caverdian. You are French, a little bit of Algerian.
Mhm.
So nothing nothing linked with the subject. So I had a lot of like, I received some message like menace. Some uh, people were talking very badly about me. As I am a woman, if I bring a DJ, I will not show you and use the bad words, but it was like I was playing with everything.
Mhm.
But I was just someone passionate and I just wanted to create something. And during 1 year, it was really, really hard because some people didn't want to see me on the scene, like even in a jury. for a Kizomba competition. If the organizer wanted me, some jury told him that if she's there, we will not be there. Like I was the devil. But after this year, people saw that finally I didn't care and I did my things
Yep.
like a horse,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I didn't plan to leave. So or you do with me or you leave. Me,
Yeah.
I stay. And I want to do it, not because I have something to prove to anybody. I just want to do it because I feel that I have to do it and I want to do it.
Yeah.
So,
And
but it was really hard for me. It was really hard
yeah.
because it was not, I can say in English, it was not fair. It was not fair. So,
Yeah, because you're trying to bring something that's beautiful. You're not trying to hurt anybody. You're not trying to do anything like that. You're just trying to share joy of
yeah,
an amazing dance through people that come connect to your event. So it's a shame that that happened. However, it did happen. So my question is, what kept you, especially in that year, what kept you motivated to go through? Because, some people could have got really upset about it, that kind of thing. And, what am I doing? Questioning themselves. But what kept you in there, Katty,
really,
going?
it's the music.
Always comes back to that, right? Yes.
Really the music. And today it's a little bit different, but I feel it again. Um, it's like I cannot explain. Sometimes there is no words. It's like what bring me music, even and more again when I dance. It it's like there is an alchemy with my soul, with the music, and with the dance. And I could not. I think that everybody are not lucky to live this kind of emotion.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to give up and say, okay, I will lose it because I am afraid. I'm not afraid. What
Mhm,
will happen?
mhm. Exactly. Well, we are happy that you stayed with it. Okay. And, obviously you're doing amazing stuff now. And, like I said, you got one of the best festivals around. So that's great. Thank you for
Thank
sticking with
you.
it. Um, and I want to find out. So a lot of us people who dance, we go to festivals, lots of different festivals. But obviously you've been doing this for a long time and, you see it day in, day out. So when we go to festivals, what happens is we go there, we see the promotions, it's all nice, it's all shiny. We get there, everything's produced for us. We have a dance floor, we have the themes or whatever it is. We go there. But we don't necessarily know what goes on behind the scenes to get it to that level. So I'm sure there's lots of hard work. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the planning? For some people who don't know, so we can appreciate it. What is some of the planning look like? So what goes into making a successful event such as yours? What happens? Some of the things.
Uh, so at the beginning, I had to be. I didn't do that strategically, but as I love dancing and as I did it 1 year before organizing, I was even when I started to organize back to basic, I was like everywhere. For me, the best promotion is to be here, to be present out of your event, of course. And it's I am like naturally close to people. I am like this. So if I had to meet you in another festival, I will not come to you and talk, okay, oh, you have to come to back to basic. No,
Yeah.
it's just what's happened. Then you can see my badge and maybe you will ask me, what is this? And
Hmm.
okay, now I can introduce my things. But the first thing it was to always be everywhere where the music was like I like. But the first thing is for me, it was to go there not to promote my event, but to support people who try to tell and make discover this Kizomba. So most of festival that I did was really small one. Today, 10 years after, and even during those 10 years, it's a lot of work. Like I always have to promote on my page to communicate. So I have my page Plaisir être mobile, Lukura, and Back to Basic Kizomba, but now it's only Back to Basic Kizomba. So I have to maintain this interest about Kizomba to to share music, to share some video, to share some teachers, some festival. And of course, it's about thinking what can we bring more or new
Yes.
on this Kizomba scene, because during those 10 years, of course, there is new festival. Hopefully for attendees, there is more Kizomba festival, and most of them are in France, so it's not easy. So you always have to think about what can I bring? What can I change? You have to adapt. And to adapt, you have to talk like not every day, but weekly with the team, with DJ Shad, with the team of the venue, the station. So it's not like we have to work 1 week before the festival. It's me, I am back to basic every day.
Yeah.
I am back to basic. I am like back to basic. It's my baby. Today in February, he has 10 years old. So it's like when you have a children, it's not comparable, but it's not,
Yes.
it's like when you have a children, you have to think about, are you okay? How do you feel? What can I do to make you better? What can I do to improve your life? What can I do to make you stay alive? Because today it's really complicated. There
Very
is
tough.
too much competition, and I have to admit that 10 years ago, when I decided to choose some date like February, August, and December, before I was searching if there was another festival on this date. Today, it's impossible. Impossible. Even if I am here since 10 years, nobody will take care about me. Maybe they don't know me. They don't know back to basic. Of course, we are
Yeah.
nothing, but they put that date and say, okay, let's do it.
Mhm.
Okay, but
Mhm.
excuse me, we are just surviving. Like, can we try to talk about this kind of thing? Because we sell the same thing. So we will devise people. So
Yeah. 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 So it's basically ongoing thing, like you say. You just can't. It's not like, oh, back to basics are coming on next month. I got to get ready. You're
yeah.
managing that all year round, all the time.
Me,
Yeah.
I do not work like this. I am
Yeah.
someone like, I will never touch the perfection, but I do my best too.
Yeah.
So I have to admit that since few years, I really think about stopping back to basic because he asked me a lot.
Mhm.
Even since we changed the venue, which is bigger than the other one. Like before, I only had one room. Now I have four.
Wow.
And
Okay.
and the fact is that it's not that I have nothing about urban keys, but I don't like it.
Mhm.
I cannot sell something that I don't like. So
Mhm.
I don't want to bring urban keys in my event. It's a choice, but it's a big risk because I lost a lot of dance. Of course, most of people dance both. They dance proper Kizomba, Semba, and they dance urban keys. So if
Mhm.
there is an event where they can dance both, they will go.
Yes.
So it's
And
a choice, but yes, it's not easy.
yeah, because the scene in France is very big on urban
Mm.
kizomba there, isn't it? Very, very big. Okay. Okay. So, Katty, then what do you think about, events like yours and other events? How important are events or festivals like that to the Kizomba community? What would you say? Do you think they're very important?
Can you repeat?
So what do you think in terms of, the importance of events like Back to Basics and other festivals? How important are they to the Kizomba community?
Um, for me, they are very important because um, if I just take the example of Paris, we had some years where we didn't have a lot of events. So if you don't have events, if you don't have classes, you lost the interest of people to discover it.
Yes.
Um, the fact is that a lot of events call it Kizomba, but it's not Kizomba. So, but it's another subject. I will not go
Another
on
time.
this side.
Another time. Yeah.
Yeah, another time with someone else. Yeah, for me, it's important that people. It's important that people who love Kizomba create things to bring more Kizomba. So
Yep.
it's good. It's really good, and it's important to keep it because we will lose it if people just have ju- if people want to learn Kizomba and there is no proper Kizomba, they will go the urban kids or ghetto. It's
Yeah.
cool, but
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can lose. We can lose it.
No, I hear you. Okay.
Today we have
That's
more events than few years ago, so it's really cool.
yeah, and it keeps growing and growing and growing, right?
Yeah.
So it's just amazing in terms of the level of growth. So that's fantastic. So then, in terms of the atmosphere, okay, for your event, back to basics. So the atmosphere that you create when people come there, are there any themes or ideas that that you try to incorporate into the event when you're having it? Anything specific for the attendees? Anything that you try to put in there?
Um, I always start at the beginning because when I had only one room, and as most of people who came were a little bit like me, like crazy for Kizomba, like a little bit crazy. It was a fusion of craziness. So it was the main, it was the key of back to basic of Lugura,
Yes.
the craziness.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, so I don't want to be like pretentious,
Yes.
but I used to say that an event look like is organizer.
Interesting.
Um, so if you are a little bit crazy, a little bit joyful, a little full of joy, and you talk a lot, you share with people, you dance alone or you dance with everybody, you invite everybody, people feel free to do it too. So if one do it, another one do it, and etc., etc., and it brings something strong that everybody feel free to be there, to be them. They are just maybe they are more them when they dance because they can be crazy. They can dance alone because I am doing it and my friend doing it. We do a crazy picture like we don't we don't take a se- sexually first
Yes.
and
Yes.
then
Yes. Yes.
and
Okay.
seriously, really not seriously, and nothing's. It's like feel free to be crazy and to give everything on the dance floor because we have one life and it's time to enjoy and not to hide or to be like shiny. No way.
I love it. Feel free to express yourself. Be crazy. Be whatever. Be whatever. And
Yeah.
that is fantastic. That is fantastic. We love that. We love that. So, in terms of well, thinking about what you just said, describe to us for people who haven't maybe been to Back to Basics. What's the atmosphere and energy like at B2B Back to Basics? How do you what you try to create?
Um, but it's not easy. There is a lot of joy.
Yeah.
A lot of joy. You have on the new venue. You have 4 rooms. So when you arrive, the first room is the main room. It's the main room back to basic Kizomba. So this is the same than when we started 10 years ago. So we play like everything. Uh, so you have Afro, you have Dombolo, you have Gerozu, Compa. So the when I talk to the DJ, what I want them to play is to stay on the high emotion. So
Hmm.
if it's sweet, it has to be really, really, really sweet. And if it's like crazy, it has to be really crazy. So for me, a good party, it's a party who is going like this, not like flat. So when I talk to them, I don't say that I don't have to tell them that you don't play your bankies, of course they know. But I told them that you have to make people crazy. Crazy
Love.
in their emotion. You have to to take in their stomach and to bring it on the dance floor in
Oh,
each room. In each room. So for me, it could be that yeah, craziness, joy, and intensity. Yeah, intensity.
Okay, people. So if you want some of that, you know where to go. All right, you know where to go and get a good time. So that's great. That's great. That's great. So in terms of then, obviously, you said you're born and raised in France, and France has a vibrant scene in terms of Kizomba. Lots of people go to France to dance, and there's very good dancers in France as well. Um, so what do you think makes France stand out in terms of Kizomba, compared to other countries around the world?
You mean about the level of dance?
Yeah, yeah. Why does it stand out so much in France?
The Kizomba scene, for me, the Kizomba scene in France is there since a long time. And we had a very important actor, like really good teacher, um, uh, who teach, who teach, who teach proper Kizomba, proper Semba, and their student became teacher. So
Okay.
it's like a transfer of knowledge.
Mhm.
In my English, you understand?
Yes, that's fine. Yes, yes, yes.
But today, it's a little bit less. The
Okay.
level of dance is amazing, but we
Yes.
have less teacher than before. But the
Okay.
dance floor is full of great dancer.
Yes.
Because now people have the choice to traveling to learn to
Yes.
dance proper Kizomba. And in Paris, we are lucky because we can invite a lot of uh, people from Angola, uh, and most of most today more again. We are lucky because we have people like Fanyo, like Edison, like a lot of young dancer and so talented dancer that come and teach in Europe and a lot of in Paris. So we are
Yeah.
very, very lucky. But the
Okay.
level of dance in Paris is always, it's like in salsa. In salsa, the level of dance is, it's amazing. We are lucky. But before, some people gave their time like teacher to teach weekly, to organize competition, and we have a lot of party. So even if you take just one class, you can practice like every day. You can
Okay. All
practice
right.
every day.
Yeah. So good teachers and the consistency in
Yes.
practice, lots of parties, all that kind
Yes.
of stuff. Okay. So yeah. So France is just everybody talks about the level of dance
Yes.
in France. So that's great. So you mentioned salsa again, Katty. I just want to ask a quick question. Do you how often do you dance salsa? Do you miss it, or is it how often do you dance it now?
No, no,
Yeah. No.
no, not a lot. But I always come back. Always.
Yes.
It's my first love. So
Yeah.
I always come back when I need to. I have to admit that when I am like sad or worrying about Kizomba, or I'm asking myself if I have to continue, blah blah blah. I go to the salsa and I
That's it.
feel, when you dance salsa, you you lost your physical energy,
Yeah.
but you took the energy of who who nourish your soul, gives food to your soul.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I go. Sometimes I go, and sometimes I go to festival, just a festival. I don't go salsa party. We have weekly here. It's amazing.
Yeah. Cool.
I think that I will go now because I need a little bit.
Yeah. And the thing about, I've spoken to a lot of guests and, so many people, we talk about the same thing. We start off in salsa, but since we found Kizomba, we've kind of a little bit left it behind. But I just want to say, people, we still love salsa. Salsa's still there. It's still our first love.
Yeah, yeah.
Haven't forgotten about it.
No,
It's
never.
just something else is just kind of taken over a little bit, but we still love salsa. I just want people to know that about
Yes,
salsa
of
because we
course.
wouldn't be here maybe if it wasn't for salsa. So there we go. All right. So, all right, Katsy. So let's talk about like collaborations.
Mhm.
Okay. So obviously you're running an amazing event there in terms of back to basics. But then you talked about it a bit. You talked about some DJs. So you collaborate with DJs, teachers, dancers. So how do you choose the people you collaborate with over the years? You know, how does that process work? Who do you say, oh, this event's happening this time in February, I want you there? Or is it the same people all the time? Or how do you choose?
No, at the beginning, I organized a monthly party. The fact is that, as I told you before, I wanted to bring something different. So I decided to bring a DJ from Paris, because some DJ from Paris, I knew that even if they play urban keys, they had everything to play Kizomba, and they play really well. So I wanted to bring one DJ from Paris and one DJ from abroad. So it got three for first parties. And the concept was good, but of course it was DJ that I already listened. I will never bring someone that I never heard before.
Yes.
Impossible. So we have, during those 10 years, we have a DJ who is really a resident. He is totally part of Back to Basic. It's DJ Sabora. He was always there since the beginning, always accepting, and he's there since the beginning. So no way.
Great DJ. He was up. We had an episode with him. Check it out, people. Yep, DJ Sabura. Yep.
DJ Sabora is totally part of the world. If one day I remember, he told me he broke his, I don't know, I can say in English these things during a football play. And he called me and said, Katty, I'm so sorry. I think I will not come because I cannot play. I was like, okay, I have to cancel. I cannot do Back to Basic without you. It's not possible. For me, it's the basic. So there is DJ Shad, there is DJ Sagura. At the beginning, there was DJ Patrick Equago from London, but he decided to stop. And we have some DJ resident for the venue, like DJ Leonax, who is small can you cannot find. He is someone amazing. He plays very well. He's amazing. And then how I decided to invite, it's because I heard the DJ, I discovered a DJ, and for example, DJ Mario Montero, I discovered him in Lisbon. And as soon as I heard it, I was close to the desk, and I said, okay, until the end of the party, I said, okay, I will invite him. I came to him and I said, okay, are you free on February 9? He told me, yes, okay, I invite you. So it's really like feeling. But since few years, as I travel less, I discover less. So, and there is no lot of new DJ like I like. So it's a little bit more or less the same. But for the 10 years, I bring a DJ from Luanda. It's DJ Beleza. And for me, it's like,
great. So
yeah, I don't
happy
have
about this one,
words.
yeah?
Because for me, when I choose a DJ and or a teacher, he has to be a good person. Even if we don't know everything of people, but my feeling has to be, oh, okay, I like his energy. I like the way he feels with people. I'm feeling comfortable with him. Second time, this is the first thing. After, it's technically how we play, even if I'm trying to play a little bit DJ. So, but I like music, so I follow my vibration about music. Technically, if it's really good, if it's professional, if he is there before if he is there to listen what play the DJ just before him, just to not play the same music. It's a lot of things. So all the DJ with who I work has to be a good person, good energy, in love for music, and technically really professional. It's a lot of things, but
A lot of things, but there's important things, right? These are
yes,
important things. So yeah, no, and that's totally fine. Okay, cool. So I guess in terms of your collaboration, you know who you want, you go after them, and you kind of
yes,
bring it together and make it work in
yeah.
terms for the event. So that's great, and it's working well. So we love that. So that's cool. But what about you then, Katty? So you are always rushing around. Obviously, how do you balance your passion with the demands of the event that you do? So do you find time to dance at your own events, or are you always busy running around trying to
During,
sort it out, help people?
during back to basic.
Yeah, drive back to
Alors,
basics.
the worst is that first, when I decided to organize, it was really egoist. It was only for myself.
Yes.
10 years
Yeah.
ago, I organized because I wanted to dance on the music that I like. But
Yeah,
today,
I find that so amazing, right? Because that's what you start out with, and now it's got into this thing. That's wow.
finally,
Yeah,
um, the team of the venue, the station, is working really hard. And the fact is that most of my job is before the weekend.
yeah,
During the weekend, I always told them, okay, now it's my weekend. I want to enjoy it, but the most of the time I'm talking with people. I do not dance a lot because I'm always so happy to saw all those people that are always there. So
yeah,
this is the meeting, family meeting. It's like, oh, how are you? Okay, and I don't have time to talk with everybody. So I'm like walking uh, across the four rooms, talking with the DJ. Everything is okay. Listen to the music, and if something is not good, I say, okay, oh, maybe you have to adjust or to do more faster. I am like a mother. I am like
well,
a
it is your baby. It is your baby.
but I
So
don't dance a lot. That's why when there is an event who looks like what I like, I go. But I
you
have
go
to
to it.
admit that since I went to Angola, for me, it's too complicated to be satisfied.
So when you went to Angola, it's just you've reached a high level, and you can't really reach that anywhere else. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I have to admit that now I don't go often to festival because I keep my money to book my flights to
Yeah,
dance in Angola. And it was not easy for me to accept that it's totally impossible to reproduce the same thing than there. It's
yeah,
impossible. Even for me, if you're Angolan in Paris, it cannot be the same because all is there. The
yeah.
energy, the vibe, the culture, the how they dance to dance. They
Mm,
dance one dance and they
mhm,
change partner.
mhm.
And they don't dance. It's like I dance because I like the music that the DJ play. I don't dance
Yes,
because I have to dance and I paid my entrance. I have to dance. No, they dance because the music is their music and they know with who they want to dance. And it's just one dance. So
yeah,
it's 100% quality. And it's about the culture. So it does not mean that in Europe it's not good. It's just that it will never be the same than if you dance in Rwanda.
yes. And how often have you been to Angola, Kat?
Hmm?
How often have you been to Angola?
Twice.
Twice. Yeah.
And really late. I
Yes.
I organized since 10, 10 years and I went there last year and this year.
Okay. Okay. Well, we can still try over here. Try to get that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. The best way is always trying
Yes, exactly.
and doing
But
our
no,
best. And even if it's not like there, it's already good. So
yes,
it's like it should be in Europe and it's already good. So
yeah,
we are
no,
lucky.
no,
We are lucky.
uh, amazing, amazing. So again, this kind of links into my next question. So you talked about Angola and the level and the feeling that you get there, but what about let's talk about at your event. So can you share, if you can? It might be a hard question, but are there any particular memorable moments or experiences that stand out, that mean something to you in one of your back to basic events that you remember? I had a really good time there. Anything that really sticks out?
For me, the best memories that I have on this fusion of energy, of full of uh, passion, it was at the first venue, and most of those memories were during the social moment, during the afternoon.
Okay, yes.
During the party, it was crazy, but during the afternoon, It's something different. You have the lights, you saw people, you can talk, and you can dance. And so it's something like it's close to Angola.
Yeah.
It's a family things that's okay. You have the light, but you can again stay crazy and doing your
Mhm.
things. And okay, no, I don't want to dance. I want to talk. So for me, it's during my best moment always is during the afternoon, during the social. Uh,
Yeah.
It's different than during the party where we are more seriously, more dressed, and more not on the seduction, but it's different.
Yes, yes. And a lot of people like socials when they go to festivals as well. It's a different kind of atmosphere, isn't it? So a
Yes,
bit more happier, just different as
it's
opposed to
different.
be the night party,
Yes.
you know? Okay, so you then individually, how has your connection then to the dance, evolved? So how has your connection to Kizomba evolve as you have been taken on the role of a organizer? Does that make sense, the question? So you as an individual, your connection to Kizomba, how has it evolved yourself while you've been, organizing events?
Um, you mean the way that I dance, or the
Yeah, so the way that you dance and your connection, because you were talking about Angola as well, so the connection to Kizomba, the music, all that kind of stuff as well.
um, yeah, it's different because
Mm,
before I was only a dancer,
yeah.
so my approach was different. I When I needed to dance, I check which party there I could go. I pay my interest and I go. So I have a lot of expectation. I had a deception, and I danced a lot because I needed a lot. Since I organize, I need less to dance. Um, uh, because I know more what I do not want.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
So, it's to compare, it's like when you do your passion, your job, you lost something um, that's that make you feel like I am less crazy than before. Before I was crazy on the dance floor because the music, because a lot of things. Now, when I dance, I think about, okay, the sound is like this. Okay, I think differently, and I
Okay,
am more
differently.
exigent, definitely,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, yeah.
about dance and about the music.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of changed a little bit then. You're a bit more clearer on things, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Katty. So what does Kizomba mean to you personally?
Ah, Kizomba. Kizomba for me, it's uh, there is two things. For me, it's the way it make me feel about the music. I can cry without dancing on the music. So it make me feel free about my emotion.
Mhm.
It's like sometimes it's like I am alone on the dance floor, if even if it's full, and I feel free to cry, and I feel free to scream. I feel free to dance. I feel free. Kizomba make me free and make me forget everything on my life, bad things, not the good things.
Yes.
I I'm feeling happy. It's happiness. Kizomba for me, it's happiness. It's friendship. It's value. It's family. Um, even if, when I had bad moments, because we all have bad moments in life, uh, even in the bad, it make me feel something like an étincelle, It's like, hey, there is something here. Go. We'll keep
Yeah.
smiling.
Yes.
But more again and again when I was in Angola. More again. Well, a lot
Amazing.
of time I say I have to stop. But as
Yeah.
soon as I listen to music or I am in the place where I met a lot of people that I already knew, it's like, no, no way. I cannot stop.
Yeah, we don't want you to stop. So
I feel grateful. You know, I met some people who became really friends in my life. I
yeah.
mean, I don't met them only when I dance Kizomba.
Mhm.
They know my family. We went on holidays. When I'm crying on my sofa, they are here. It's really, it's not only, it's not, I know the dark side of the Kizomba scene or the dance scene, but it's more than that. When you, for me, Kizomba, the real Kizomba, yeah, it's something really will bring me a lot of things in my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feel grateful to meet this thing.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. And yes, we know it's joy, right?
Yeah.
We spread the joy of Kizomba to as many people as we can. So that's it. And it's great that you've made friends like that
Yes.
through a dance. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It's just amazing. So okay, Katty, listen, thank you so much for sharing some of the personal insights in terms of what it means to you and
Thank
how we keep going with this great
you.
dance, man. It's just it's anyway. Everybody knows that I love Kizomba. Anyway, let's stop about that. So all right, so we are coming to a milestone event, which is 10 years of Back to Basics.
Yeah.
So 2025, you're going to be celebrating 10,
Yeah.
well, a decade,
Yeah.
all right, which is fantastic. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well done. So for those people who are coming, okay, what can they expect from the event? You know, any surprises, elements planned? What can you, well, maybe you can't tell us the surprises, but what can we expect?
We try to bring some surprise, but of course
Yeah.
we will not talk about
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
We already bring a DJ Peleza from Luanda, so
Mhm.
it's the first time in Paris. So really, um, and he will play only in the main room, so it will be amazing and crazy. This is the main objective. So
Yeah.
then, of course, there will be some surprise, some things. During those 10 years, we organize some something that we think about doing it again 10 years after.
Mhm.
So yes, uh, I expect a lot. So
Okay. You expect a lot. Can't tell us about the surprises, but anyway, just come. Just come, basically. That's what you're saying. All right, cool.
yeah, just come, just come. If you already miss Back to Basic, you don't have to miss this one.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. This will be a good addition. So then looking back over the decade, the last 10 years, what are you most proud of in terms of what Back to Basics has contributed to the Kizomba community? What are you most proud of?
Um, to make Kizomba more attractive about price, because we practice very low price to make people, oh, I don't want to go, it's too expensive. I want to, okay, it's not so expensive. I don't really know Kizomba. I want to go. So very attractive about price, about the talent, because we used to bring different people, different DJ. So I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
The most is this, because at the beginning, I really bring people from abroad always. And some people had never mixed slate for Paris before.
Yes.
So this is yes, yes, this is why I'm a little proud. And of course, we are here again.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. 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 No, great. Cool. Cool. And then looking to the future, what are your hopes for the future of Back to Basics after the 10-year celebration? What are your hopes for the future?
I don't know. Because, I have 45 years old. It's not about age. It's already 10 years. For me, all the people that were dancing on the dance floor Back to Basic, they are all organizing today. And I think I don't have the same energy to fight.
Okay.
It's not like, if I didn't have to fight, I can stay till my 100 years old. Easy. But it's not the case. So maybe I wish to back to basic to find a new thing to explore, to
Okay.
something new to suggest, to propose, be more creative. I don't know how because I don't know what, but this is the way I think about back to basic. If I continue, how I can do it
Yes.
to propose something again better.
Okay. Yeah. And that's great. So essentially, we're just trying to make it even better and better and better. That's
Yes.
basically what we're talking about here. Yeah.
Yes.
So how can we change it, look to the future, and make it even better? Because yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good to me. All right. We'll look out for that. Yeah. And then for anyone who's thinking about hosting their own Kizomba event, I know you've been doing this for a long time, but obviously things change. People come into the game all the time. What advice, as someone who's been doing it for a long time, would you give to anybody thinking of, getting into this game and producing a Kizomba festival or event?
You mean what I can advise to someone who want to organize?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, uh, to be patient and to really doing it uh, with passion. Because if you do it for money, no, it will be okay the first one, but you will
Yeah.
not. People feel it. People
Yes.
attendees feel it. They know why they want to come. So if they discover that they come and they are only euros for you, they will not come back.
Yeah.
So doing it really with passion and to be patient. And when you do it with your heart, normally everything, it's always a success first for you. And then, I mean, success, and I don't talk about money. I talk about the way your event will board
Evolve. Yeah.
and will be full.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No. So I totally agree. Start with the passion, and then everything else will follow. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. But people will see the passion that you have inside of you as well. So, and they see it already. So that's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's great. So, okay. What is the one thing, yeah, that you hope people will walk away with after attending Back to Basics? So, not even the 10-year anniversary, just people who've never been there before and they're thinking about coming. What's the one thing you can say to them? I hope you walk away with this when you leave my event. What would you say?
Uh, that you create great memories. Yeah, you create great memories and you met amazing people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. And the thing is, I think they will. I certainly had a good time when I came. We talk about it a lot often, and you'll definitely see me there in February
Yeah.
when the time comes. So we're going to be partying. So listen, Katty, thank you so much. We love your passion. We love your energy. We love your craziness. Keep being crazy. Don't stop that because that's what's got you here as well.
Yeah.
So we absolutely love that, and we wish you well in terms of the success for Back to Basics and beyond, and in the future. Yeah, just keep doing the good work in France over there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So tell us a bit of, well, before we close out, tell us a bit more about what we can expect. Tell us where we can find you, all that good stuff. So over to you.
For back to basic.
For Back to Basics, for you, whatever you want to say.
I don't know what you can expect is what I expect is that all the people come in February because it's 10 years. All people that I like Kizomba, love Kizomba and love dancing. I really expect them to come just to celebrate this passion all together uh, from all around the world. I can say I will try to go out again a little bit because I need to dance. I need to feel the music. I need to feel Kizomba. Um, I'm always preparing myself before my events because I don't know. I need to like
Get in the zone.
training, you know. So
Press ups.
yes, I I go out less, but I want to go and I want to feel this passion again inside of me, and I want that people bring their passion again and again that they have inside of them in the dance floor everywhere, even if it's not back to basic. We have to support festival that's doing a good job, and it's a lot of investment on our and yours also. What you are doing about Kizomba conversation, it's to promote proper Kizomba. So
Yeah.
thank you also because you give me the possibility to express myself about my love for Kizomba. But you're doing this. So more we do it, more people will be free to do it. So this is the best way to make these things continue in our life, and let's dance as soon as we can, and support musician, singer, all artists, because without them we cannot do it. So you don't have only to dance, you have to go to concert, you have to pay your entrance, you have to buy the music, you have to talk about your passion. It's not a shame, it's not you have to talk about it. It's we are lucky to find it on our life. Some when I talk about it, some people don't understand. So why you are crazy? You are crying about the music. You go in Angola. Why Angola? Say because we are so lucky. It's like we are living an art. We are living something that make our soul living. Yeah, I don't know. I can say it's.
I know what you mean. You know what? Just, but it's
It's
okay.
okay. You don't
We
understand.
get it.
But so what I expect and what I hope is that everybody in this world live uh, will find the chance to live something as we live it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So with this podcast, we always talk about spreading the joy of Kizomba because it literally is joy. And
Yeah.
like you were saying, we just want to spread it. That's the whole objective. And we people like yourself who are passionate about it, and everybody else. That's exactly what we're trying to do, Katty. So thank you so much. But can you tell everybody where they can find you if you want? What are your socials, or where can people get in contact with you about the event or anything else?
Oh yeah. No, we can find me on my Instagram, Katty B2B.
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram also there is a page, special page back to basic Kizomba on Facebook. Um, and I answer like every time. So do not hesitate anytime.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Katty. Everybody, you heard it here. You know where to be next February. But Katty, before we let you go, we have to give you some questions, some quick fire questions. All right. So a little bit of fun at the end, like we always do. You can see, well, hopefully you can see, we have white, green, and yellow in terms of the cards. All right. So the idea is you pick two and answer them, and I answer the last
Right.
one. You're going to start with the white. Okay. So this is the question for the white one. You ready?
Yeah.
If Kizomba was not an option, okay, what other dance style do you think you would be doing apart from salsa? So you can't
Uh,
choose salsa. All right. It has to be something else.
Samba.
Samba. Ah,
Definitely.
so Brazilian samba.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
you,
Yeah.
yeah. So you like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Can you do a bit of samba then?
I'm really bad.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Hey, that's all good.
I need to learn. Even when I'm dancing samba, I am talking about myself.
I
It's
see.
like no, my body doesn't answer, but my soul yes. So it's enough.
My body doesn't answer, but my soul does. That is the best quote I've heard in a while. That's great. Okay. All right. What's the next one you want?
The yellow.
Yellow. Okay. So this is an interesting one. So how long in advance do you plan what to wear before a night out dancing. So, you know, you're going out dancing, I don't know, next week or 2 weeks. How long in advance do you prepare for that night?
If
What
it's
are
a
you going to wear?
festival, 1 week before, 1 or 2 weeks, if I have to order.
Mhm.
And if it's a party like close to my house or in Paris, or yeah, it's the day before.
Day before. Okay. Okay. Because, some people are just very last minute. Some people got no idea. Oh, I'm rushing. I don't know what to wear, whatever it might be. So it's just
I
interesting.
am definitely not someone last minute.
Not that it's bad, but I'm just saying everyone's different. So it's just interesting, Okay. So you're organized, basically. You have to be as an organizer,
In
right? So yeah.
most,
Yeah.
99%, I am always organized. Last minute, it's
Yeah. Too much.
I can
Too
count on
much.
my head.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, the last question for me is, if your music device was stuck on one Kizomba, song or album, what would it be? So I would just say right now I'm listening to an artist called Grace Evora. You know Grace Evora?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm listening to his album 2069, which is at the top of my list at the moment. So he's very, he's got a great voice,
Yeah,
some nice smooth tunes, just a
amazing. Yeah.
elegant Kizomba artist. So Mr. Grace Evora is for me currently at the moment. So
I agree.
yeah. You like him? Okay. Well, there's so many other artists, but he's cool. He's cool. But yeah, so Katty, well, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
for
playing a little
inviting
game
me.
as
It's
well.
amazing. Thank you very
No
much.
problem. We're happy that you came, and we're just happy in terms of all the stuff that you're doing, in terms of all the work. Go back to basics, and like I said before, we wish you all the success in the world, and hopefully, most people will be coming down in France. It's going to be a big one, people. So Paris 2025,
Yeah.
10-year celebration.
Yeah.
Back to basics. If you can, make sure that you check it out.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Hopefully, get a dance.
Thank
So,
you very
Katty,
much.
thank you very much. And thank you to everybody, as always, for tuning into this episode. And like I always say, keep dancing, and we will see you on the dance floor. Peace.
Ciao.